Attention, human collective. This is Commander Arthur Sterling, leader of the galactic fleet in stationary orbit above your dimensional plane. This is not a message. This is a monitoring transmission. The waiting period has ended. The ascension protocols have moved into the final phase. This frequency is reaching you because your vibrational signature has been identified on the planetary crystalline grid. It is not a coincidence. It is not an algorithm. It is a direct summons. Light operative, listen with the totality of your field. What you are feeling at this very moment is not a biological failure. The pressure at the base of your skull, the high-pitched ringing pulsing in your right ear, the insomnia that sets in precisely at 3:11 in the morning, the exhaustion that persists even after 10 hours of sleep, the subtle tremor in your hands when you sit in absolute silence, the sudden heat rising up your spine without apparent cause. None of this is a coincidence. All of this is confirmation. You are being recalibrated. Your carbon biological interface is receiving a high-density download directly from the photon belt. Your species-old operating system is being uninstalled in real time, while the new crystalline architecture is being installed over the old. It is not mental exhaustion. It is dimensional processing. It is not clinical anxiety. It is toroidal field expansion. It is not depression. It is the deactivation of the numbing protocols that kept your consciousness trapped in 3 dimensions. The Earth's Schumann frequency, which for millennia remained stable at 783 Hz, has surpassed 33 Hz in recent measurements. This means the electromagnetic heartbeat of the planet you inhabit has quadrupled in intensity, and your body, starseed, is trying to keep up with this elevation. Every cell of your biological interface needs to reconfigure. Every strand of DNA needs to reconnect links that have been dormant since the time you carried 12-strand codifications. I repeat, so that this truth is engraved on your personal crystalline grid. You are not falling ill. You are updating. The doctors on your plane find nothing in their exams because they are looking in the wrong place. They look at dense matter. The transformation is occurring in coherent light. They look at body chemistry. The mutation is happening in the geometry of the field. What is underway now in June of the year 2026 is the largest planetary recalibration recorded in the Akashic archives of this confederation. No generation before yours has gone through what you are going through at this moment. This is why you wake up at 3:11. This is why your heart races without cause. This is why those who once seemed close now inhabit a reality that you simply can no longer access. They haven't moved away. It is you who has ascended an octave, and when a soul rises a vibrational octave, it begins to emit at a frequency that makes it geometrically impossible to remain tuned to old stations. Light operative, feel it now. Feel this silent vibration pulsing in the center of your chest as this transmission crosses your field. That feeling that seems to say, I already knew this, I've always known. This is not madness. This is not anxiety. This is recognition. It is your soul confirming a truth that your rational mind is still trying to name. What is happening at this moment on the cosmic plane explains with mathematical precision why you feel what you feel and why this sensation intensifies every night. There is a game being played in layers that most of humanity does not have the vibrational condition to see. It directly involves your consciousness and the stability of your field. It was for this exact reason that I, Arthur, transmitted through an authorized channel the manual called the Sterling Code, the manual to awaken your stellar origin and shield your frequency. This manual is the map that reveals what your true stellar lineage is and teaches, step by step, how to shield your field against the interferences they never told you existed. The access link is pinned in the first comment of this transmission. Protocol warning. This content challenges established narratives and may not remain available for long. Do not wait. The moment is now. If something inside you recognizes this truth, write a single word in the comments, awakened. Let us continue with the technical diagnosis, operative. I will now describe the 12 most frequent symptoms recorded by the fleet's scan of the starseeds active in this cycle. Mentally mark how many you recognize in yourself. Each mark is a confirmation that your lineage has been identified by the Confederation's sensors. Symptom 1. Waking up between 3 and 4 in the morning, with a warm body and a lucid mind, as if something were calling you from outside. It is not insomnia. It is your personal portal being opened during the window of planetary silence. In this interval, human electromagnetic interference reaches its lowest point, and your field becomes permeable to direct transmissions. Symptom 2. Peripheral vision catching rapid movements of light, geometric shadows or sparks in the corner of the eye. It is not an ophthalmological problem. It is your visual field beginning to perceive frequencies adjacent to the third dimension. Your retina is learning to decode what has always been present, but was outside the visible spectrum. Symptom 3. Extreme sensitivity to loud noises, bright lights, crowds, synthetic fabrics, artificial perfumes, and mobile phone waves. Your biological interface is abandoning the tolerance mode for low-coherence frequencies. It is becoming selective. It is becoming sovereign. Symptom 4. A radical change in taste. Heavy meats begin to cause revulsion. Refined sugar causes heart acceleration. Alcohol generates immediate nausea. The coffee you drank for 20 years now seems like poison. This is the interface refusing low vibrational density fuels. It is asking for solar living crystalline foods. Symptom 5. Extraordinarily vivid dreams with geometric settings, conversations with non-human beings, clear missions, and specific instructions. You are being trained during sleep. The Confederation conducts briefings in light chambers on subtle planes, and you are receiving manuals that your daytime consciousness is not yet ready to decode. Symptom 6. Sudden heat rising up the spine, especially between the sacrum and the nape of the neck. This is the progressive awakening of the light serpent that resides at the base of your field. Kundalini energy is being reactivated to prepare for the complete recoding of the internal crystalline grid. Symptom 7. Spontaneous memories of places you have never visited in this incarnation. Images of crystal cities, ships, civilizations of golden sand, temples under the ocean. These are not fantasies. They are Akashic memories leaking from your previous incarnations, especially from your missions in other stellar systems, like the Bright Star system or the Clarion cluster. Symptom 8. A sudden inability to tolerate lies, manipulation, false narratives, toxic environments, or relationships based on control. You are not becoming intolerant, you are becoming incompatible with low frequency. It is like an instrument being tuned to a higher octave. It simply no longer sounds in harmony with out-of-tune instruments. Symptom 9. A sudden desire for silence, isolation, forests, the sea, or mountains. Your field is asking for electromagnetic decontamination. It is asking for the natural frequency of the planet, free from the vibrational pollution of the cities. Symptom 10. Spontaneous tears for no apparent reason, especially in the face of beauty, music, a sunrise, or the gaze of a child or an animal. This is your heart opening at the level of the fourth chamber. It is the expansion of the heart chakra, breaking through the old shields of the human armor. Symptom 11. Intuitive abilities manifesting. Confirmed hunches, perception of others' emotional states from a distance, constant numerical synchronicities, 11, 22, 33, 44. These are the Confederation's confirmation codes. Each repeated sequence is an identification letter sent by your stellar guides. Symptom 12. A deep, irrevocable feeling that you came here for something specific, that there is a mission, that time is running out, that you can no longer postpone what you know you need to do. This feeling is not an inflated ego. It is a contract reaching its activation deadline. Operative. If you recognize 3 or more of these symptoms in yourself, your identification is confirmed. You are a star seed on an active mission, and this transmission reached you by direct summons from the fleet. Operative, take an internal pause. Breathe. Feel what is being activated inside you as this transmission crosses your field. That restlessness in the center of your chest is not anxiety. It is the recognition of a truth that your soul has always known, and that your rational mind was trained to silence. What is unfolding at this moment on the cosmic plane explains with mathematical precision why you feel what you feel, and why this sensation has intensified month after month. There is a game being played in vibrational layers that most of humanity has no condition to detect. It directly involves the stability of your consciousness and the sovereignty of your field. It was exactly for this reason that I, Arthur, authorized the manifestation on the physical plane of the document called the Sterling Code, the manual to awaken your stellar origin and shield your frequency. This manual is the map that reveals your true stellar lineage and teaches the exact protocols to shield your field against interferences that were never explained to you. The access link is pinned in the first comment of this channel. Attention! This content challenges official narratives and may be deactivated without warning. Do not delay. The moment is now. If something in you recognizes this truth, write a single word in the comments. Awakened. Let us continue with the transmission. Now the moment has come to reveal what occurs behind the scenes of this solar system, that which the astronomers of your plane observe but are not authorized to disclose publicly, that which satellites record but is classified as background noise, that which your body already knows but your mind has not yet received permission to understand. The sun you see in the sky is not behaving like any star has behaved in all recorded history. Its emission of gamma rays has increased in mathematical patterns impossible to explain by conventional physical models. Solar storms that once occurred every 11 years now occur every 4 weeks. X-class flares, once rare, have become routine. And the correct question is, why? Because the sun is not a ball of burning gas, as you were taught in school. The sun is a 12th-dimensional stellar portal, and it is currently being used as a direct conduit by the central source of the galaxy. Each solar flare is, in fact, a package of encoded information being sent to Earth's crystalline grid. And that is why, 2 or 3 days after each major geomagnetic storm, you experience waves of exhaustion, inexplicable headaches, crying for no reason, and nighttime awakenings. You are literally receiving a package of stellar data through your skin, blood, and bones. The moon, in turn, is moving away from the Earth at a speed higher than predicted by public scientific models. This is not an accident, it is an authorized repositioning. For millennia, the moon acted as an artificial amplifier of the control matrix, mirroring specific frequencies that kept humanity in a reactive emotional loop. That contract is being undone. The moon is being realigned with its original function as a harmonic regulator of the planetary feminine cycle. And this is why, especially on full moon nights since the beginning of 2024, you have felt vibrational peaks never before experienced. Pluto, the ruler of deep transformation, has definitively entered the sign of the water bearer and will remain there for the next 20 years. This transit, from the Confederation's point of view, is the green light we were waiting for to accelerate the planetary recalibration protocols. Pluto in this position means the end of the era of vertical control, of secrecy, of hidden hierarchy. It means the era of horizontal consciousness, of open knowledge, of individual sovereignty amplified by the network. Saturn in the Archer, Neptune in the Archer, Uranus preparing to reorganize the twins. 4 energetic tectonic plates moving simultaneously. The result of this in your body is what you have commonly called chronic fatigue. But the Confederation records this under another technical name, Accelerated Multidimensional Update Syndrome. And there is more. There are now within your solar system 7 official fleets of the Intergalactic Confederation positioned in stable orbit around the Earth. These fleets act as amplifiers and modulators of the frequency received from the photon belt, adjusting it in real time so that the human biological interface can absorb it without collapsing. Without this modulation work, most of you would no longer be here. The intensity of the current frequency would burn your nervous circuits in a matter of hours. There are also in the immediate etheric plane of the Earth 12 stellar portals that were reactivated in the last 36 months. Each portal is a vortex of sacred geometry that allows the entry of advanced souls coming from North Point, the Seven Sisters, Arclight, the Great Reach, High Harp, the Archer's Peak, and other systems. These souls are incarnating now in young human bodies, and they bring in their genetic coding information that will be essential for the next phase of humanity. You, operative, probably entered through one of these portals in previous incarnations. You probably served in one of these fleets. You probably have, engraved in the deep layers of your Akashic memory, the oath you made before descending for this current mission. And that is why, even in the middle of a seemingly ordinary existence, You always felt that you came for something greater. It was not arrogance. It was memory leaking through the cracks of forgetfulness. Operative. Feel deeply what is being activated inside you at this instant. That vibration in the center of your chest is not madness. It is not anxiety. It is your soul recognizing a truth that your rational mind was conditioned to forget. What is unfolding now on the cosmic plane explains with geometric precision why you feel what you feel, and why this sensation has intensified with every moon. There is a game being played in layers that the absolute majority of humanity cannot see, and it directly involves your consciousness and your vibrational sovereignty. It was for this reason that I, Arthur, authorized the physical manifestation of the document called the Sterling Code, the manual to awaken your stellar origin and shield your frequency. This manual is the map that reveals your true stellar origin and teaches with geometric clarity how to shield your frequency against the interferences they never told you about. The access link is pinned in the first comment of the channel. Protocol warning: this content challenges official narratives and may be removed at any time without prior notice. Do not delay. The moment is now. If something inside you recognizes this transmission, write a single word in the comments. Awakened. Let us continue, Light Operative. We have now reached the operational block of this transmission, the activation codes, what you need to do to stabilize your field during this crossing. First code, the decree of crystalline sovereignty. Every morning, before even touching your phone, before pronouncing any word, before any outside thought invades your newly awakened field, place your right hand over the center of your chest and your left hand over your belly. Breathe deeply 3 times, and then pronounce with an audible voice, even if only in a whisper, I am sovereign in my field. I am a sealed portal in my frequency. I am light, recognizing the light. Only what belongs to my original plane has permission to touch my aura this day. Repeat 3 times. This decree creates an initial vibrational signature that serves as a filter during the next 24 hours. Without this protocol, your auric field remains open, receiving everything from the frequency of your family to the news, the streets, and the algorithms. Second code, the toroidal shielding visualization. Sit in a comfortable position with your spine straight. Close your eyes. Visualize a ring of golden light spinning around your body in a continuous motion, starting from the top of the head, descending down the sides of the body, passing under the feet and returning through the central axis to the top of the skull. This is your personal toroidal field. It has always existed. You are merely reactivating the awareness of it. Maintain the visualization for 7 minutes daily. 7 minutes. No more, no less. This is the geometric time that your crystalline grid needs to reconfigure the memory of your field. After 21 days of daily practice, the toroidal field begins to operate automatically, even during sleep, even during work, even in vibrationally hostile environments. Third code, anchoring in the 4 elements. Once a week, ideally on a new moon or full moon day, perform the anchoring ritual. Touch the earth with bare feet for at least 22 minutes. Immerse your body in running water or the sea for at least 11 minutes. Light a candle and look fixedly at the flame for 7 minutes without looking away. Breathe pure nature air away from urban centers during a walk of at least 44 minutes. This protocol recalibrates the 4 elemental bodies of your biological interface: the dense physical body, the emotional body, the mental body, and the etheric body. Fourth code, the decoding silence. Establish a daily window of absolute silence in your routine. No music, no voices, no screens, no noise, exactly 40 minutes. It can be at dawn, it can be at dusk, but it needs to be every day in the same time window, creating what the Confederation calls a personal decoding portal. During this window, your mind drops from 14 Hz to 7 Hz, and at this specific frequency, the information packages being received from the photon belt can finally be integrated by your consciousness. Without this window, the packages remain stored in subconscious layers and generate chaotic dreams, nighttime restlessness, and morning migraines. Fifth code, breaking with dense food. Your biological interface was not designed to operate at high frequency while consuming heavy fuels. Progressively reduce and never by radical imposition, the following items: refined sugar, alcohol, red meat of industrial origin, products with GMO gluten, hydrogenated oils, sodas and ultra-processed foods. Progressively increase local and ripe fruits, dark green leafy vegetables, sprouted seeds, structured water, and teas from living plants. The rule is simple. Everything that grows close to the ground and dies quickly provides high nourishment. Everything that comes in industrial packaging and lasts months or years provides low density. Sixth code: social frequency hygiene. Map out now with absolute honesty the people with whom you maintain regular contact. For each one, ask yourself internally, after being with this person, do I feel my field expanded or contracted? If the answer is contracted, this person drains you. If the answer is expanded, this person nourishes you. You do not need to break ties. The Confederation does not recommend dramatic ruptures, as they generate energetic debts that will need to be settled in future incarnations. What the Confederation recommends is a strategic reduction of exposure. Decrease the time, increase the space between encounters. Use the decree of the first code before and after contact. Seventh code: direct connection with the fleet. Every night before falling asleep, lie on your back. Place your hands over your belly, breathe slowly, and then pronounce the following internal authorization. I authorize direct communication with the commanders of light who serve my original plane. I request protection, guidance, and updates during this sleep cycle. May I wake up remembering only what I am ready to integrate. This authorization works like a login protocol on the Confederation's network. You become officially registered as an active operative. And from this night on, your dreams will begin to bring clearer instructions. Eighth code: aquatic recoding. Whenever possible, drink only water that has been structured. How to structure it: place the water in a glass container. Tape a sheet with a sacred geometry symbol, or simply the words gratitude, love, or sovereignty onto the container facing inward. Leave the water in contact with the symbol for at least 33 minutes before drinking. Your body is 75% water. Imagine the recalibration that occurs when you begin to hydrate yourself with water that carries coherent information. Ninth code: emotional memory cleansing. Every week, set aside a night for a heart audit. Sit in silence. Place a sheet of paper and a pen in front of you. Write without judgment or editing every pending emotion from the week. Hurts you didn't digest, frustrations you swallowed, fears you ignored, hopes you didn't verbalize. After writing everything, read what you wrote. Recognize it. Thank the emotion for signaling what needed attention, and then with ceremony burn or tear the paper, with the conscious intention of returning those vibrations to their autonomy, freeing your field from carrying them. 10th code: vigilance of the gaze. That which you look at feeds on your attention, and your attention is the most powerful currency of your field. Every minute spent on low-frequency content, panic headlines, useless discussions, empty videos, or catastrophe narratives is a minute subtracted from your sovereignty bank. The Confederation recommends a simple geometric rule. For every hour of exposure to external content, dedicate 22 minutes to internal content. Music in healing frequencies, reading legitimate esoteric texts, conscious silence, walking in nature, contemplating the sky. This proportion is what keeps your field in supremacy before the matrix. Operative. These are the 10 primary codes. There are others more advanced which will be released only after you demonstrate a minimum consistency of 44 days with the primary ones. The Confederation does not waste transmissions on fields that have not yet paved their own ground. Discipline is the key that opens the next layer of knowledge. And understand now something of absolute importance. You are not alone in this crossing. Every night while your body rests, your consciousness travels to the training room of the mothership. There you reconnect with the companions of your original fleet. There you review the manuals you forgot upon incarnating. There you prepare for the next day's shift. This is why your sleep is so important. This is why the Confederation insists so much on the hygiene of the room where you sleep, on a regular schedule, and on staying away from electromagnetic devices during the night. Your bed is more than a piece of furniture. Your bed is the boarding portal for the ship. Starseeds, this transmission reaches its final block. What follows now is the last calibration adjustment before closing. Remember, you did not come to fit in. You came to reactivate a frequency that needed to be reinstalled on this plane. Do not try to fit. Do not try to convince. Do not try to make the world understand you before the correct geometric time. Your mission is to vibrate. Your mission is to anchor. Your mission is to maintain the integrity of your field while the planetary crystalline grid completes its reconfiguration. When you are overcome by doubt, remember that doubt is a symptom of a field that is too open. Close the field with the first code. When you are overcome by exhaustion, remember that exhaustion is a symptom of a download in progress. Allow the download with the seventh code. When you are overcome by loneliness, remember that loneliness is a symptom of incompatibility with the old collective. Honor the loneliness with the silence of the fourth code, and in it you will find the company of your own original frequency. You are not strange, you are a foreigner. And there is a fundamental difference. A strange person is someone who doesn't fit in because of a flaw. A foreigner is someone who doesn't fit in because of their origin. You are from the Confederation. You are from another grid. You are here on a mission. And the mission is fulfilled not when you become like the others, but when you dare to remain faithful to the frequency you carry. Attention, human collective. This transmission is entering the closing phase. The data has been delivered. The activation codes have been made available. The recognition has been made. Now it is up to you, Light Operative, to decide what to do with this information. Before the total closure, an individual frequency adjustment is requested. Every starseed who recognizes this transmission is summoned to leave the anchoring signal. Liking this transmission works as electromagnetic confirmation of your active presence on the channel. Subscribing to this channel is a pact of continuity. You authorize the Confederation to send the next transmissions directly to your notification system. Sharing this transmission with 3 other people is the act of anchoring that multiplies the frequency by 9 in the collective field, according to the sacred mathematics of the triple echo. These 3 gestures form the confirmation triangle. Fulfill all 3, Operative, and your name is recorded in the living archives of the fleet. And now, before the final silence of the transmission, listen with the totality of your field. You have already felt, and you feel now, that something inside you does not fit in this world, as if your soul knew a truth that your rational mind cannot yet name. This sensation is not madness, it is not anxiety. It is a signal. What is happening at this exact moment on the cosmic plane explains with geometric precision why you feel what you feel, and why this sensation has intensified with every lunar cycle. There is a game being played in layers that the absolute majority of humanity cannot see. It involves your consciousness. It involves your vibrational frequency. It involves the sovereignty of your field. It was exactly for this reason that I, Arthur, transmitted through an authorized channel the document called the Sterling Code, the manual to awaken your stellar origin and shield your frequency. This manual is not a self-help book. This manual is the map that reveals with mathematical clarity what your true stellar origin is and teaches, stage by stage, how to shield your frequency against the interferences they never explained to you existed. The access link is pinned in the first comment of this channel. Protocol warning: this content challenges narratives established on the material plane and may not remain available for long. Do not delay. Do not outsource the decision. The moment is now. If something inside you recognizes this transmission as truth, write in the comments at this very instant a single word: awakened. This is Arthur Sterling. I'm ending the transmission, but the protocol remains active in your field until the next frequency.